Welcome to Bellingham, Washington, the site for basketball here tonight as the Vikings host Cal Poly Pomona, the Broncos. Both teams come in at 1-1. The Broncos defeated SPU down south on I-5 in Seattle on Saturday, 64-58. Two names that might be familiar to GNAC followers on the Broncos team. They played at St. Martin's last year. Guard BJ Stanley and explosive, exciting forward Tavian Henderson. This is an athletic Bronco team. Their coach told me earlier today that their issues are rebounding, and they're a little concerned with the size of this Western Washington team. For Western Washington, the tournament they just had, the GNAC CCA Challenge, they came out 1-1, losing to UC San Diego in their last game on Saturday night. Big things were happening for center Logan Schilder. The senior averaged 16.5 points, 6.5 rebounds per game. Sophomore guard Jalen Green for the Vikings added 15.5 and a team-high 7.5 rebounds, which earned both players to the all-tournament team. It's the 1-1 Broncos out of the CCAA and the 1-1 Vikings here in the GNAC. Up next on Vikings TV.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise if you are able and remove your hats. It's time now to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First we'll meet the visitors from Cal Poly Pomona, the Broncos. At guard, a 6'4 senior, number 2, Nikhil Peters. At guard, a 6'2 junior, number 10, Phoenix Shackelford. At guard, a 6'5 senior, number 11, William Christmas. At forward, a 6'5 senior, number 22, Riley Schaefer. And at forward, a 6'7 senior, number 23, Justin Young. The Broncos are coached by Greg Kamansky. Coach Kamansky is assisted by Damian Hill and Matt Okada. Viking fans, are you ready? Six man, this is your chance to show your love. It's time now to meet the starting lineup for your Vikings. At guard, a 5'10", redshirt freshman, number 5, the Rocket D'Angelo Menace. At center, a 7-foot senior, number 15, Logan Shielder. At forward, a 6'8 junior, number 21, LL Luke Lovelady. At forward, a 6'7 sophomore, number 22, Jalen Reed. And at forward, a 6'8 senior, number 24, TJ Trevor Jasinski. Your Vikings are coached by Tony Dominguez. He is assisted by David Dunham, Bob Hofstetler, and Otavio Jude. Six man, it's game time!
Welcome to Carver Gym here on WQ Courts. It is yet another matchup between a team from the GNAC, the Western Washington Vikings, and the third straight game the Vikings play a team out of the CCAA out of California. This time it is Cal Poly Pomona, the Broncos. Both teams 1-1 on the young 2019-2020 season. As we get set for tip, I'm Sean Wally and our entire Vikings TV crew here with you. Logan Schilder jumping for the Vikings. And that is Justin Young winning the tip for the Broncos. Broncos in green and black trim. Vikings in their usual white home uniforms. An air ball out of the corner. The 3-ball missed by Christmas. Vikings first possession. Shoulder cross court to TJ. Going baseline, and we have a whistle. Foul on Riley Schaefer of the Broncos. First foul of the game. Jalen Green to inbound for Western Washington. Gets it to Shoulder, right back to Green for the dunk, but it's waved off. They say he stepped on the baseline. Turnover back to the Broncos. No score yet, 30 seconds in here in Bellingham. Shackelford finds Peters. A skip to Christmas. Another three on the way for the Broncos. This time it is good. Riley Schaefer with the triple, 3-0. Cal Poly Pomona. D'Angelo Minnis trying to stay in bounds. He cannot. Back-to-back turnovers by the Vikings. Not how they want to start this game. Not even 1 minute gone by. Phoenix Shackelford to Christmas. Christmas back to Shackelford. Little push on D'Angelo Minnis. Peters to Schaefer. Schaefer, the left-hand dribble in the lane. The fadeaway off glass, too strong. Gets his own rebound after it's tapped out by Young. Shackelford to Justin Young. They swing it back to Shackelford. His shot bounces high off the rim. Battle for the basketball. Jalen Green has it for the Vikings. Minnis to Green. TJ for three. Down it goes. We are tied at 3, and that's a good sign for Western Washington. If their star, Trevor Jasinski, can be on and hot tonight. Shackelford outside to Christmas. Good ball movement. Peters with it. Peters down low on the block. Schilder on defense. The short hook by Young is missed. Schilder has it. Hands off to Minnis. Vikings looking to take their first lead. Schilder, the nice touch pass to Lovelady. Double teamed outside to Minnis. Baseball pass to TJ. Driving the right side of the lane, finds Lovelady. Baseline shot off the back iron. 17:30 left, first half. Back come the Broncos. Peters to Shackelford. Riley Schaefer with it now. Young has it. A nice move inside to Christmas. He can't get it to fall. Jalen Green to D'Angelo Minnis, the freshman. Logan Schilder, he can hit from downtown. Traveling is called. That's another turnover for Western Washington. 3 early on, 17:05 left, first half here in Bellingham. Broncos to inbounds. Broncos defeated Seattle Pacific on Saturday. They are 1-1 on this young season, as are the Vikings. Shackelford not even close. Logan Schilder the rebound. Coach Tony Dominguez of the Vikings up out of his seat, giving orders to his squad. Minnis, Green, touch pass, Schilder. Looking for Lovelady, it's intercepted. Another turnover for Western Washington. Back come the Broncos. Riley Schaefer, 3 is short. Offensive rebound to the Broncos. Phoenix Shackelford with it. A triple is good by Nikhil Peters. It's 6-3 Broncos, 16:15 to play, first half. Lovelady at half court to TJ, wide open for a second three. No, too strong. Minnis trying to race it down. He cannot. Broncos up court, blocked by Jasinski, but cleaning up the glass is William Christmas, and it's 8-3 Broncos. Viking head coach Tony Dominguez needs to talk things over with his team. Just a 30-second timeout. 16:01 left to play, first half. A 5-0 Bronco run. We were tied at 3. Too many turnovers early on by the Vikings as you take a look at their huddle during the timeout. Jasinski, the only bucket for Western Washington, a three-pointer. 2 3-pointers by the Broncos, and that 2 right there before the timeout by William Christmas. 8-3 the Broncos with the early lead. Broncos head coach Greg Kamansky in his 20th season said he's impressed with the size of the Western Washington Vikings, and he believes the Vikings will be a great team this season. Part of the reason they're picked number 1 in the preseason polls in the GNAC. Broncos an athletic club. And from what Coach Kamansky had to say, they struggle at rebounding, and the size of Western Washington could be a problem for the Broncos here this evening. So far, no problems for the Broncos as they lead 8-3. 16:01 to play, first half. Here inside Carver Gym on WQ Court. Sean Wally and our entire Vikings TV crew here with you on this Tuesday evening. A slightly unusual Tuesday night tilt, but nonetheless, they're playing basketball. RJ Seacrest into the game for the Vikings along with Cam Rutherford. And we have a foul called as Jasinski tried to drive baseline. Justin Young hit with the foul, his first foul on the Broncos, second team foul. Leif Anderson, his first action of the night. Menace takes a seat for Western Washington. Anderson to inbound. RJ Seacrest with it. Anderson back to Seacrest. They swing it to TJ, loses it right off his fingertips. Yet another Viking turnover. 8-3 Broncos, 15:46 to play. First half. It's the 5th turnover, and there is an amazing alley-oop. One-hand catch and flush. Justin Young, 10-3 Broncos. Rutherford double teamed. Tries to split it. Foul called on the Broncos. William Christmas hit with the foul. He can't believe it. 7-point Bronco lead, 15:26 to play first half. You take another look at the alley-oop. Just hung it up there, a little teardrop. One hand flush by Justin Young. Catch and hammer. Broncos by 7. Only one basket for Western Washington. Luke Lovelady, I should say, on the block. Can't get it to go. Got his hand caught in the net. Hopefully he didn't hurt any fingers. We're going the other direction. Foul on Lovelady. 7-point Bronco advantage as we approach 5 minutes gone by here first half. B.J. Standley into the game for the Broncos. He played with St. Martin's last year down in Lacey of the GNAC. Schaefer, the jumper from the right elbow is good, and don't look now, it's 12-3 Broncos. Luke Lovelady back to Anderson. Double teamed. Finds Seacrest. Anderson with it now for Western Washington. Picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Finds Cam Rutherford. Rutherford spins baseline. Shot rejected by Schaefer. Broncos up 9 with the basketball. Christmas fake the 3. Finds Young to B.J. Standley. Triple on the way is short. The miss by Peters. Vikings need a bucket. They've only had one in 6 minutes. Seacrest, left-hand dribble, attacks the lane, stops. Short, but there's Lovelady, the rebound, and the two-hand flush. 12-5, Broncos by 7. 13:40 remains. First half here in Bellingham. The chant of defense, but all alone underneath is Justin Young. Another dunk. He is fouled, heading to the line for a potential 3-point play. That foul on Cam Rutherford, his first. It's 14-5. Seacrest and Rutherford to the Viking bench. Minnis and Green return for Western Washington. Justin Young, the senior out of San Diego, California, converts. It's a 10-point Bronco lead. 13:34 to play. Only 2 baskets for the Vikings this entire first half. Minnis to Jasinski. Jasinski sporting the headband tonight. Double teams to Jalen Green. Green finds TJ. Left-hand dribble outside to Green for 3. Gets it to fall. 15-8 as Jalen Green hits the 3 from the top. Dickerson with it for the Broncos. Working on Anderson. Schaefer attacking the left side of the lane, goes off glass. It is now 17-8. Schaefer leading the way with 7 points on the night. He was the leading scorer for the Broncos Saturday night in Seattle at SPU. No foul called, and they're calling traveling on Trevor Jasinski as both players hit the deck. Tony Dominguez wants an explanation, talking to an official right now. Dominguez yelling traveling with a question mark on the end of it. 17-8. All Broncos so far this first half. 12:46 remain here inside Carver Gym. Logan Schilder back into the game for Western Washington. Luke Lovelady to the bench. There you see the big 7-foot center. William Christmas, the left-hand dribble for the Broncos. Tony Dominguez wanted a moving screen on the Broncos, didn't get it. BJ Stanley going baseline, a tough move. Anderson couldn't do much about it. It's 19-8 Broncos. Goodness. Leif Anderson, the Bellingham product. Jalen Green all alone for 3. Off back iron. Shoulder skies for the rebound. Outside the Minnis. And an offensive foul is called on D'Angelo Minnis. Giving the ball back to the Broncos. 12:06 left, first half. William Christmas, left-hand dribble across half court. Hands off to BJ Stanley. Stanley into the lane. Throws it right to Anderson. Back come the Vikings. Anderson to the rack, going up top for Green. And it's intercepted. Back come the Broncos. Not what you need when you're down 11. Christmas attacks the rack, but Schilder and the rim partially block it. He hands off to Minnis. Minnis to Green. Jalen Green picks up his dribble, finds D'Angelo Minnis. Minnis for 3. Good rotation, can't get it to fall. The rebound to Schaefer. Christmas ahead to Stanley. Stanley outside to Christmas. Schaefer hands off to Stanley. Stanley falls down. Ball loose, battle for it on the floor. Stanley calling timeout. The Viking bench wants a travel, and a jump ball is called. Viking faithful here also wanting a travel call. Possession arrow in the Viking favor, so they will get the ball back. 11 minutes to play first half. It's been all Broncos. Timeout on the floor. Broncos 19, Vikings 8. Back after this on Vikings TV.
Welcome to our busy world, where we all want more energy, but with less carbon footprint. That's why at BP we're working to make energy that's cleaner and better. We're producing cleaner burning natural gas and solar and wind power. And wherever your day takes you, we have advanced fuels for a better commute. And we're developing ultra-fast charging technology for EVs. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere, so we can all keep advancing.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
Back here in Bellingham inside Carver Gym. Sean Wally with you on Vikings TV. 11 minutes remaining first half. 19-8. Broncos all over the Vikings. An 11-point Viking deficit as they have the ball out of the timeout. Good to see Gunberg on the floor tonight. He missed Saturday's game with some lower back issues. Hopefully he's feeling better. He must be, since he is back out there tonight. Jalen Green backing down into the lane, up and under, shot rejected. He stays with it and lays it up and in. 19-10 Broncos. 6 turnovers for the Vikings, and there's Green swatting that ball away with madness. Ahead to Minnis. They swing it to Trevor. Jasinski into the lane. Foul is called on the floor. Foul on Tavian Henderson of the Broncos. 19-10 Broncos lead. As you take a look at Green, the miss, staying with it, laying it up and in. We'll see if the Vikings can get back-to-back buckets as they trail by 9. 13 to shoot. Jasinski to Minnis. Minnis in the lane. Jalen Green, the step back jumper. It's a 3, and it drops. 19-13. Vikings slowly marching back. 9:50 to play first half. Young finds Henderson. Shackelford, the skip pass, cross court to Young. Shackelford for 3. Off rim, Schilder the rebound. Vikings trail by 6. Gunberg to TJ. A long 3. It's short. You hate to see it when you are feet behind the line. Step or two forward, that's a good bucket. Justin Young hands off to Henderson. BJ Stanley has it poked away, and it is Bronco basketball. Stanley to inbound in front of the Viking bench. Now he swaps out with Tavian Henderson. Henderson and Stanley both played for St. Martin's last year down in Lacey, Washington. A fellow GNAC school. They decided it was time to get closer to home. They're both originally out of the state of California. Henderson finds Young, and a travel is called. The entire Viking bench called it out, and the referees agreed. 8:50 to play first half. 19-13 Broncos. Turnovers, the name of this game, along with shooting percentage. 6 turnovers for Western Washington, just 2 for the Broncos. Vikings not even shooting 30%, and that shot won't help as Minnis shoots an air ball. Back come the Broncos. Dickerson into the lane, left-hand dribble. The skip pass to Young. Young, Schilder on him, backing him down the 7-footer. The turnaround floater doesn't go. Henderson the rebound. And a foul is called on Western Washington's D'Angelo Minnis. That is his second foul. Peters and Christmas return for the Broncos. Leif Anderson back in the game for Western Washington. Shackelford for 3. 22-13. Broncos respond. They're back up 9. Gunberg has to be careful with the half-court stripe, and exactly that is what the call is, over and back Can't pick up the dribble that close when you're getting double teamed. 8:03 remaining, first half in Bellingham. Broncos have a lot to smile about so far. They're up 22-13 as Tavian Henderson inbounds directly in front of my courtside position at the scorer's table. Inside 8 minutes, first half. Christmas off the screen, going under the basket. Circles back around into the lane. The up and under around Schilder. It won't go. Schilder fights for the basketball. Hands off to Anderson. Jalen Green to the lane. The floater won't go. But there is Logan Schilder to stay with it and put it up and in off the window. 22-15. Vikings down 7. Christmas loses the basketball. Gets it somehow to Young with another dunk. 24-15. Broncos like that 9-point lead. Anderson, Gunberg. TJ in the corner. Top of the key to Green. Gunberg in the paint. Can't get it to fall. He splits the defenders. It's been that kind of night for Western Washington thus far. Back come the Broncos. Henderson working on TJ. Nowhere to go. Outside to Peters. Young has it. Christmas off the screen from Young. Going around Schilder. Schilder swats that away. Anderson ahead to Gunberg. Back to LA. TJ for 3. Short. Green the offensive rebound. Gets it back to Jasinski. And we have a kick ball on the Broncos, so the Vikings still have the basketball. 6:23 to play, first half. Broncos 24, Vikings 15. Back after this on Vikings TV.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea, a way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel, because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
Back here on Vikings TV as you take a look at Jalen Green's step back 3 that rattled home. The Vikings need more of that as they trail 24-15 to the Broncos. 6:23 remaining, first half in Bellingham. Sean Wally with you. Vikings only shooting 30% on the evening. Broncos not a lot better, but they're at 40. Jasinski double team, throws it away right to Schaefer. Streaking up the floor is Peters. His layup does not go. Excuse me, that's Shackelford, but he is fouled. Foul on Leif Anderson of Western Washington. Phoenix Shackelford to the line for the Broncos. Shackelford rattles the free throw home. The 6'2 junior is out of Fairfield, California. Shackelford's second free throw is good. Broncos by 11. Vikings have some work to do with 6:10 remaining first half. Seacrest, Anderson, Green, Lovelady, and Schilder on the floor for Western Washington. Anderson to Schilder, top of the key. Jalen Green, 10 to shoot for the Vikings. Anderson picks up his dribble. Looking for Lovelady. It's stolen away. Theme of the night for the Broncos. 3 out of the far corner is good. Phoenix Shackelford. It's 29-15, Cal Poly Pomona. Schilder, baseline. Seacrest comes away with what was a loose ball. Can't get the layup to go, and the rebound in the hands of Shackelford. Running the floor, finds Henderson. Henderson baseline. Ball poked away by Anderson, out of bounds. It'll be Bronco basketball with a 14-point lead. 5:19 remains here in a fast-moving first half. One the Vikings would like to forget thus far. Peters finds Schaefer. Schaefer for 3 out of the corner. Rims out. Schilder awaits the rebound. Seacrest to Lovelady. Seacrest gets it right back. 5 minutes remaining first half. Schilder hands off to LA. Seacrest picks up his dribble. Jalen Green. Green going baseline, nowhere to go with it, throws it away. Turnover after turnover after turnover. The theme of the night, unfortunately, so far for Western Washington. And there's Schaefer, too strong on the layup. Vikings with the basketball. 4:30 remains first half, 29-15 Broncos. Seacrest, top of the key to Schilder, outside to Green. Anderson, Lovelady on the block, spins back, he is fouled. Luke Lovelady will head to the free throw line. Foul assessed to Peters of the Broncos. So you take a look at Lovelady, spin back, and get hammered. 5th team foul on the Broncos. Get to capitalize on these free throws. Lovelady does the first. 3rd point of the night for Lovelady. Jasinski back into the game for Western Washington. Anderson to the bench. Luke Lovelady out of Tacoma, Washington. Played at Life Christian in Tacoma. Spent a brief time at Point Loma before transferring up to Western Washington. Luke misses the 2nd free throw. 29-16 Broncos. 4:10 left first half. Stanley to Peters. They swing it to Christmas. Christmas going baseline, rising, he is fouled. And Christmas will head to the free throw line. Luke Lovelady hit with the foul. You see Christmas going baseline, can't get it to fall, but he will get free throws. 3:59 left first half. Broncos 29, Vikings 16. Back after this on Vikings TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Moving and grooving here in Carver Gym. I think those fans need to give some of that energy to the Western Washington Vikings as they trail the Broncos 29-16 3:59 remaining after the timeout. Free throws for William Christmas of Cal Poly Pomona. Officials were at the scorers table. Now they are conversing with each other. I think they're verifying who the foul was on. And verifying they did say 21 Luke Lovelady of the Vikings. Christmas, his free throw rattles home, 30-16. Goodness gracious. Christmas knocks down the second free throw. He now has 4 points on the evening. Seacrest to Green, ahead to Jasinski. Jasinski double team to Rutherford, outside to Green. Schilder. Seacrest to TJ, thought about the three. Outside, Seacrest, left hand dribble. The jumper on the way is short. Broncos with the basketball. Christmas ahead to Stanley. Stanley loses the handle. Gets it back. Stanley attacking the lane. Christmas going baseline. Whistle blows. We have a foul on the Vikings yet again. Cam Rutherford hit with his second foul. 7th team foul. That puts the Broncos in the bonus for the final 3:25 of the half. Christmas, 3 straight free throws. He has made. He will get another one. With his last name Christmas, student section singing Silent Night. You gotta give it to them for that smart thing to do. Offensive foul on RJ Seacrest, and it's been that kind of half for Western Washington as they trail 33-16. The Broncos looking to have a good flight home tomorrow if the game continues this way. A lot of basketball left, though. The tide can always turn. Shackelford with it for the Broncos. Skip pass to Dickerson. Picks up his dribble. Schaefer working on Schilder. Baseline. Kick it outside. The three is good. Mason Dickerson, 36-16. Broncos by 20. RJ Seacrest directing his fellow teammates. The Western Washington bench telling them to move the basketball. Good things tend to happen when you share the ball. Schilder out of the corner for three, not even close. TJ picks up the loose ball. He's double teamed. Finds Green outside to Seacrest. TJ gets it back. One dribble from the baseline. The jumper will not fall. Seacrest, the offensive rebound. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remain, first half. Whistles blow. Apparently they're saying the shot clock should not have reset to 30 for some reason. Minnis and Anderson return for Western Washington. Schilder and Seacrest to the bench. Jasinski from the left elbow. He is fouled with 2:04 left first half. Broncos foul on Phoenix Shackelford. His first foul, 6th team foul on the Broncos. Jasinski to the line, only has 3 points here tonight. Make that 4. Jasinski's second free throw. Rims out. Rebound to the Broncos. Inside 2 minutes left here in this first half. Phoenix Shackelford to Schaefer. Schaefer to Stanley. Stanley top of the key. Skip pass down low. And we have an offensive foul. Vikings will get the ball back. So take a look at the offensive foul by Ziggy Laessi, giving it back to the Vikings. 1:41 left, first half, 36-17, all Broncos. Menace calling out the offensive set for the Vikings. Swings it to Jasinski. Jasinski baseline, the fadeaway, too strong. Battle for the basketball. Out of bounds, last touched by the Broncos. 1:21 left here in the first half. Jalen Green to inbound. Green to Rutherford. Green now to Menace. Anderson to TJ. TJ out of the corner, throws up a three, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. Justin Young hit with the foul. 8th team foul on the Broncos. 3 free throws forthcoming for Trevor Jasinski out of Camas, Washington. First free throw, short. Jasinski, one dribble, second free throw is good. RJ Seacrest returns for Western Washington. Menace takes a seat. Jasinski, one more free throw. It's good. 36-19. Broncos in command. 1:10 to play, first half. Shackelford to Stanley for the Broncos. Shackelford gets it back. Right to Stanley. Left side of the lane, ripped away by Seacrest. What a move. Seacrest to Anderson. Green with it. 50 seconds left, first half. Cam Rutherford, top of the key. Anderson, the lefty for three. He gets knocked down, no foul, but the three is good. 36-22 Broncos. 36 seconds remain here first half. And the Broncos take a 30-second timeout. Head coach Greg Kamansky wanting to talk things over as you look at Anderson hitting the three. Picking himself up off the hardwood. No foul called. Anderson's first bucket of the evening. Both teams in the bonus, 8 fouls apiece. Vikings need to make some adjustments at halftime. We'll talk to assistant head coach David Dunham at halftime about that. Be sure to join us for that interview. Coming up just over 36 seconds from now. After the timeout, Broncos basketball. Final 30 seconds. First half here in Bellingham. It's about a 7.5 second differential, clock and game and shot clock. Shackelford finds Stanley. Right back to Shackelford. Schaefer from the free throw line, working on Cam Rutherford. Shot off glass is short. Final 10 seconds. Green to Jasinski. Back to Green. 5 seconds to play in the half. Jasinski fires a three. Off the front iron. Rebound to the Broncos. And that ends the first half of play. It's been all Broncos. 36-22, they lead at the half. Trevor Jasinski missed that three-point shot. Final shot of the first half. as we have reached the half here in Bellingham. Joined now by assistant head coach David Dunham of the Vikings. Coach, what adjustments can you make at half to flip-flop this score?
Well, they're really aggressive with their defense, and they got us on our heels. So we just got to get better at adjusting to that, their quickness, because they're very quick. They're a very good defensive team. So we got to move the ball instead of dribbling. We're dribbling away too much, and so that gives them the opportunity to get set in their defense. Not the start we wanted, but we have an opportunity. I think we kind of figured out what they're doing towards the end of the half, and I think we'll make some good adjustments, and it'll be a different game in the second half.
The basketball is not falling through the hoop that often for your squad, just 25.9%. That's got to change. That's something in basketball. Eventually, it's going to fall through the rim.
We'll get it. It's, the guy. This is probably the best defensive team we've played this year. So it's really coming out in the second half, making our adjustments at the halftime, and then coming out in the second half and implementing those adjustments. I think we'll be a better shooting team in the second half because we're going to manufacture some points. We're going to change some things around, and I think you'll see a better, different second half.
What do you and head coach Dominguez tell your club right now at halftime?
Hey, stay positive. Show them positivity. Show them that we believe in them, we trust in them, and they'll get the job done. A lot of times where you get behind like this and you just quit. We're not a quitting team. We're not going to quit. We're just going to show them confidence and show them that we believe in them and that they can come back. And just like this team built this first half lead, we can come in the second half and build a lead for ourselves.
That's Viking assistant head coach David Dunham. Thanks for your time, and go get him in the second half.
We'll do that. Thank you.
There goes David Dunham. It is halftime here inside Carver Gym. All Broncos 36-22. We'll return with second half action after this on Vikings TV.
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual. My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
From court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual. My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
From court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
because we can.
Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back here in Bellingham as we get set for half number 2. Just a little bit of time left here in halftime as you look at what highlights there were for Western Washington as they trail 36-22. Shooting just 25.9% are the Western Washington Vikings. That is not a recipe for success, no matter who you are. If there's good news, the Broncos are only shooting 40%, but they're up 14. So there's a decent difference there in 25.9 and 40%. Turnovers, Western Washington with 11. The Broncos only 5. Western Washington somehow is out rebounding the Broncos 22-18, but not converting enough of those into points are the Vikings. Another advantage for the Broncos, they are 100% from the charity stripe, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Western Washington's missed 3, 4 of 7. Broncos also shooting well from beyond the three-point line, 5 of 9, 55.6%. Vikings just 4 of 12, 33.3%. Balanced scoring attack for the Broncos. They have 2 players with 7, Young and Schaefer. Western Washington is led by Jalen Green, who has 8. Broncos 36, Vikings 22. 5 on the floor for Western Washington to start the half will be Green, Lovelady, Schilder, Menace, and Jasinski. Broncos will have Young, Schaefer, Christmas, Shackelford, and Peters rounds out the 5 on the floor for the Broncos as we begin half number 2 here in Bellingham. Christmas working on Lovelady, bumping it into him, right side of the lane, shot too strong. Schilder had the basketball, but goes out of bounds. It'll be Broncos basketball, 19:44 left in this game. Young gets the inbound to Schaefer. Schaefer using his quickness on Schilder. Green got the basketball, but a foul is called. They're calling it on Green. Interesting. His first foul. Riley Schaefer for 2 shots at the line. 6'5" senior out of Temecula, California. It's now 37-22 Broncos. Schaefer's second free throw, good. Broncos still 100% from the free throw line. Jasinski throws it away. Schaefer saw that come and intercepted the pass. Lovelady possibly poked it away, but Schaefer gets it right back and lays it up and in. 40-22. Broncos in control. Ball out of bounds to the Vikings. Lovelady throws it right to Christmas. Christmas finds a present. Jumper from the elbow, Schilder blocks it. He gets it right back, the 3, short. Shackelford rims out. Battle for the basketball. It will be Viking basketball as Christmas steps out of bounds. 18:59 remaining. Inside Carver Gym on the campus of Western Washington University. Menace double teamed, nowhere to go. Finds Jalen Green, can't handle it. Christmas to the rack, lays it up and in. A 20-point Bronco lead. Tony Dominguez has seen enough. Needs to talk things over with his team. 18:43 left. Just a 30-second timeout. 20-point Bronco lead. So you look at Christmas running the floor. They have extended the timeout to a full, so we will step away. Come back with 18:43 left to Bellingham after this on Vikings TV.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea, a way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel, because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing. Welcome to Fowler, Indiana, one of the windiest places in America, and home to 3 BP wind farms. In the off chance the wind ever stops blowing here, the lights can keep on shining thanks to our natural gas, a smart partner to renewable energy that's always ready when needed, or not. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
Back to action after the timeout here inside Carver Gym in Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally and our entire Vikings TV crew with you. Still looking for the Vikings to show up here tonight. They trail by 20, 42-22. The Broncos of Cal Poly Pomona putting on a clinic here this evening. Shackelford hit with the foul. Vikings will inbound. Jalen Green to do the honors. Green has Seacrest out top. Instead, he goes to Rutherford. Hands off to TJ. Now Seacrest has it, top of the key. Down low to Schilder. Cross court to Jasinski for three. Off the rim. Green saves it to Schilder. Schilder picks it up in the corner. Outside to TJ, almost stolen away. Jasinski does have it poked away. Out of bounds to the Vikings. This crowd getting vocal on their home Vikings. Trying to help them out, give them some instruction. Schilder to Jasinski. 11 to shoot. Schilder gets it back. No look to Seacrest. Into the lane, going off the window, too high, but a foul is called. That foul on the Broncos, and that is Justin Young hit with the foul, his third. Seacrest going to the line for the Vikings. Seacrest hits the first free throw. Seacrest, the sophomore out of Silverdale, Washington, a Central Kitsap High School product. Seacrest steps to the line. One dribble. Rotation good. Shot good. 42-24. Broncos 17:45 to play. Jumper is short on the baseline for the Broncos. Rutherford the rebound. Seacrest calling out the offensive set for the Vikings. 15 to shoot. Seacrest looking for help, finds Green. Schilder double teamed. Green into the lane, ball poked away by the Broncos. It'll be Viking basketball. 8 to shoot. Green inbounds to Rutherford. His floater won't go. Rutherford gets his own rebound. TJ for three. Rims out. Christmas the rebound. 3 minutes gone by, second half. Shackelford for the Broncos, finds Christmas. Shackelford gets it back, the long triple. Nothing but net, 45-24. Broncos in control, 16:40 left. Seacrest, the right-hand dribble in front of his bench. Off the screen from Rutherford. Jasinski in the corner. He is bumped and fouled on the floor. Finn Eckhart hit with the foul. The 7-footer out of Stuttgart, Germany. Rutherford, the floater, short. Christmas, the rebound. Christmas, top of the key. He's wide open. Left-hand dribble in the lane. Stops from about 10. That was too easy. 47-24 Broncos. RJ Seacrest across half court to Rutherford. Back to Seacrest. Seacrest inside to Rutherford. Goes up strong. And a blocking foul called on the Broncos. Foul on Peters. We'll have free throws after the timeouts. 15:52 remain in Bellingham. It's 47-24, all Broncos. Back after this on Vikings TV. Back here in Bellingham, where the Broncos of Cal Poly Pomona doing everything right tonight. They lead the Western Washington Vikings 47-24. Just 24 points in almost 25 minutes of basketball. Approaching less than a point a minute for the Vikings. After the timeout, Rutherford to the free throw line. Cam out of Portland, Oregon, gets 2 shots. First is good. Two dribbles for Rutherford. Free throw too strong. Rebound to the Broncos. Shackelford across half court. Stanley to Schaefer. Schaefer had 19 points Saturday night in Seattle in the win over SPU. Schaefer to Eckhart. Top of the key to Stanley, just 4 to shoot. Stanley falls down and is called for traveling. First action of the year for Western Washington's Bryce Knox. He's got the basketball. He's double teamed, goes cross court to Jalen Green. Green, the jumper is good. 47-27, Broncos by 20. Peters, the skip pass to Shackelford. B.J. Stanley. Schaefer, right side of the court. Three is good. Phoenix Shackelford has 14 on the night, 50-27. Bryce Knox, the right-hand jumper is short, but he is fouled. And Knox will go to the free throw line. The junior out of Dublin, California, seeing his first action in a Viking uniform. Knox, the right hand shot is good. 50-28, Broncos. Dickerson returns for the Broncos, as does Christmas. Knox hits both free throws. 50-29 Broncos. Full court press applied by Western Washington. Christmas gets it ahead to Stanley, and Knox is called for the foul. Dickerson to inbound for Cal Poly Pomona. Christmas with it. 14:20 to play. B.J. Stanley. Back to Christmas. Good defense by Knox. Christmas, the right side of the lane. Foul was called. Cam Rutherford hit with the foul, his third foul. Tony Dominguez of the Vikings, head coach, wanted a double dribble called. Dribbled, picked it up, then started dribbling again. Asked the official, how do you do that? They're speaking right now. Free throw falls in for Christmas. It's 52-29 Broncos. Knox double teamed, picks up the basketball, splits the double team. Ahead to Seacrest to the rack. His shot rejected by Schaefer, and a foul called. Schaefer can't believe it. So you take a look at the replay. Foul was called, so we have to believe that is what happened. And it went in Viking favor, so we will take it. .55 left in this game. Apparently both teams thought there was a timeout, but nobody called one. Wishful thinking on the players' side, I guess. RJ Seacrest to the line for 2 shots. It's a fake free throw allowed. Little double pump action by Seacrest. Misses the second. 52-30. Broncos by 22. Good ball handling by Stanley. Goes behind the back. Finds Christmas. Stanley to Schaefer. Stanley gets it back. Eckhart, the jumper is good. Finn Eckhart, the 7-footer from Germany, 54-30 Broncos. No foul called as Seacrest gets ran into and almost knocked over. Minnis returns for the Vikings. Seacrest takes a seat. .24 remaining here in Bellingham. Knox, Minnis, Jasinski, Green, and Rutherford on the floor for Western Washington. BJ Stanley off the screen, into the lane, kicks it outside. Christmas for 3. Rims out. Foul on the floor. Walking the other way, so it appears to be on the Broncos, and it is. Rutherford to the line after the Bronco foul. That is already 7 fouls on the Broncos here in this second half. Tony Dominguez taking this opportunity to talk to 4 of his players as Cam hits 1 free throw. It's a 1-and-1 situation, so he gets 1 more. .05 to play. Rutherford's second free throw good, 54-32. Broncos by 22. Tavian Henderson to BJ Stanley. Stanley steps back for 3. Off the left side of the rim. Jalen Green the rebound. Bryce Knox for the Vikings. Finds Minnis. Jalen Green over to Knox. Skip pass to Jasinski. Going baseline, trying to go around. Henderson finds Rutherford attacking the rack, and Cam goes back to the free throw line. You take a look at the pass from TJ. Cam going up strong, hitting the deck after he's fouled. Rutherford knocking down the free throw. Back-to-back fouls on the Broncos. Ziggy Loesi. It's now a 20-point game. Christmas using his speed. Bryce Knox just pushes him in the back. So you look at Christmas using his speed and Knox giving him a shove in the back. I guess if you know your beat, it's one way to stop the guy from scoring. 12:15 to play. We have a travel down low on the baseline. It will give the ball back to Western Washington. Justin Young returns for the Broncos. Jalen Green to inbound for Western Washington. Jasinski all the way across court to Menace. Green for three. Short. Not even close. Ball back to the Broncos. 12:01 to play here in Bellingham. Thank you for checking this game out on Vikings TV. B.J. Stanley played at St. Martin's last year in Lacey, Washington, along with Tavian Henderson. Henderson with the ball. Green almost falls down. Nice move in the lane. That's actually Dickerson. Dickerson gets his own rebounds. 20-point Bronco lead. Look at Christmas attacking the rack and flushes it with the right hand. 56-34. Jasinski the three. Gets it to fall. 56-37. After Christmas rattled the rim. See him out beyond the three-point line, palming that basketball, and he just exploded to the rack. I know Mike's working hard to get us that replay. There goes Christmas to the rack again. He is fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. You take a look at Christmas exploding to the rack with the right hand. Good work by Mike in the replay booth. 10:49 left in Bellingham. All Broncos 56-37. Timeout. Back after this on Vikings TV.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea, a way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel, because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing. Welcome to Fowler, Indiana, one of the windiest places in America, and home to 3 BP wind farms. In the off chance the wind ever stops blowing here, the lights can keep on shining thanks to our natural gas, a smart partner to renewable energy that's always ready when needed, or not. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
Back here in Bellingham as you take a look at Basket Cam and Christmas into your living room. A few weeks early, but Christmas exploding to the rack. Impressive. The burst, the energy. It's been all Broncos here this evening. Christmas hits the free throw. Back to a 20-point Bronco lead. 58-37, make it a 21-point Bronco lead. Bryce Knox for Western Washington, double teamed. Finds Minnis. Minnis to Jasinski. Jasinski left-hand dribble into the lane. He is fouled. Justin Young commits the foul. Jasinski will head to the line for 2 shots. Let's take a look at Trevor, the left-hand dribble. Goes up strong. Young with the harm. (58-38) Broncos. As you see Young take a seat, and Schaefer returns for the Broncos. Jasinski hits the free throw. 58-39, 10:35 to play. Schilder just missing the block. Christmas gets the bucket. It's 60-39. 10:13 to play. Trevor Jasinski loses a handle on the basketball. Ball's loose, picked up by the Broncos. Stanley, the skip pass to Christmas. Christmas too far underneath the basket, has it poked away by the Vikings. Lovelady is back into the game for the Vikings. Gunberg getting some action, and Minnis will head to the bench. Schaefer goes baseline. The jumper over Schilder. Short. Jasinski the rebound. Jasinski into the lane, gets tripped up. Foul is called. And Trevor will go back to the free throw line. Foul on Riley Schaefer of the Broncos. So you see Trevor get tripped up in the lane. And Jasinski is at the line for 2 shots. Trevor lets it fly. 60-40. Tony Dominguez talking to his guards, Knox and Gunberg. Jasinski's second free throw is good. Jalen Green back in the game. Jasinski will take a seat. Schaefer with it for the Broncos. Finds Stanley, almost falls down. Outside to Shackelford. Back to Schaefer. Schaefer finds Christmas cutting to the hoop, and he is fouled. Christmas heading back to the free throw line. Logan Schilder hit with a foul. That is his first on the evening. 6th team foul this half for the Vikings. Christmas nails the free throw. Christmas with 20 points on the night. 62-41 Broncos. Knox looking for a wide open Gunberg, but instead throws it away to Tavian Henderson. Henderson gets it back from Schaefer. Outside Shackelford for 3. Rims out. Schaefer the rebound and put back. 64-41 Broncos. Inside 9 minutes left here in Bellingham. Put me in, coach. I got the ball. We have a timeout taken by Western Washington head coach Tony Dominguez. 8:54 remaining. All Broncos. Full timeout, so we'll step away. 64-41 Broncos on Vikings TV.
Welcome to our busy world, where we all want more energy, but with less carbon footprint. That's why at BP, we're working to make energy that's cleaner and better. We're producing cleaner burning natural gas and solar and wind power. And wherever your day takes you, we have advanced fuels for a better commute. And we're developing ultra-fast charging technology for EVs. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere, so we can all keep advancing.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, Sean Wally and our entire Vikings TV crew here with you. All Broncos here tonight, 64-41, 8:54 left. And Tavian Henderson to inbounds. Bronco basketball after the timeout. Henderson gets it into Shackelford. Shackelford gets it back. Finds Christmas to Dickerson. Schaefer, top of the key. Henderson with it in the paint. 10 to shoot. Christmas. The skip pass to Henderson. The reverse laying off glass is good. 66-41 Broncos. Cam Rutherford, top of the key. Downloaded Lovelady outside to Gunberg. His three is partially blocked. Lovelady has it, spins in the lane, gets it to fall. 66-43 Broncos. Back come the Vikings. Gunberg to the rack. He is fouled, and Tuck will go to the free throw line. 7:47 left. Timeout on the floor. Broncos 66, Vikings 43 on Vikings TV.
Welcome to our busy world, where we all want more energy, but with less carbon footprint. That's why at BP, we're working to make energy that's cleaner and better. We're producing cleaner burning natural gas and solar and wind power. And wherever your day takes you, we have advanced fuels for a better commute. And we're developing ultra-fast charging technology for EVs. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere, so we can all keep advancing.
Back inside Carver Gym here in Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally and our entire Vikings TV crew here with you. 7:47 left, 66-43 Broncos. The Vikings men's basketball team will play next on the road on Friday down in Irvine, California for the GNAC Pac West Challenge. Friday they take on Concordia Irvine, and Saturday Azusa Pacific. The Lady Vikings still on the road. They will also play Friday and Saturday down in California for the West Region crossover. Friday they're playing UC San Diego, and Saturday they'll take on Azusa Pacific. Gunberg gets his first point on the night. One more free throw for the guy that wants to be called Tuck. 66-45, Broncos by 21. Henderson to Christmas. B.J. Stanley, the left-hand dribble. Gunberg on him. Christmas. His pass is knocked away by the Vikings, and they dive for it. Cam Rutherford hasn't got off the hardwood. Wrestled that ball away. The Broncos being told to get back to their bench. Take a look at the replays. You see Rutherford diving for the basketball. Obviously, collision of some sort. Tony Dominguez pulling his players over for a coaching moment as the trainer is talking to Cam Rutherford right now. Hopefully Cam is all right. So you see Rutherford take a blow to the head. Might be seeing a few stars right now as he does kind of shake off the cobwebs as he sits up. Cam getting to his feet. Crowd here in Bellingham clapping for Cam Rutherford. Hopefully he'll be able to shake it off. Does look slightly dazed. Knee to the head never feels good. 7:23 left, back to action. Jalen Green inbounds to Seacrest. Jasinski to Inigunberg for three. Gets the shooter's roll. 66-48 Broncos. Nice defense by the Vikings, but a foul will be called. Trevor Jasinski here with the foul. His first, 7th team foul. 6:59 left. Stanley to the line for the Broncos for a 1-and-1. Free throw rattles out. Lovelady the rebound. Ahead to Seacrest. Seacrest to Green. Back to Seacrest. TJ driving in the lane to the rack, off window. Misses it, but gets his own rebound. Nowhere to go, and a foul is called as players hit the deck. Foul assessed to Riley Schaefer. As you see the replay, Jasinski, not even close on the wild shot, gets his own rebound and then runs into a plethora of Broncos. 4th foul on Schaefer. Broncos 10 fouls, so rest of the way, Vikings get 2 free throws no matter what. Jasinski hits the first. Jasinski's free throw rattles out. Lane violation. He will get another shot. Score wasn't reflecting the first free throw. Now it does, and there's the second. 66-50. Broncos by 16. Full court press applied by Western Washington. Christmas has it across half court. Stanley, top of the key. Dickerson to Stanley. 3 to shoot. He throws up a 3 off back iron. Lovelady Skies for the rebound. 6:06 to play. Vikings looking to cut into this big deficit. Slowly crawl up the hill. Lovelady in the lane. Throws it away right to Stanley. Ahead to Dickerson. Way too far. That'll be a turnover back to the Vikings. 5:48 left. Broncos by 16. Phoenix Shackelford returns for the Broncos. 5:45 to play. Vikings finally showing some energy and a sense of urgency. Green in the lane, going up strong off window. How did that not fall? Second one won't even go. Tony Dominguez wanted a foul. He's in the ear of the officials. Jasinski hit with a blocking foul. Viking bench wanted goaltending on one of those Jalen Green layups. Christmas to the line, 1-1. He'll get another. 67-50. Christmas now with 21 points. Make it 22. Seacrest with the ball for the Vikings to Innie Gunberg. You know, he wanted a three out of the corner. Instead, throws it in the lane. Seacrest comes away with it. His up and under layup won't go. Tony Dominguez wanted a foul, didn't get it. Jalen Green somehow steals the basketball away. 5:05 to play. Innie Gunberg thought about a three. Instead, Seacrest finds Jasinski for three. Short. Broncos come away with it. Shackelford to Christmas. Christmas in the lane, picks up his dribble. Finds Henderson all alone for the layup, 70-50 Broncos. Seacrest just falls and slips down to the court, loses the basketball. Christmas lays it up and in, 72-50 with 4:22 to play. Innie Gunberg attacking the rack. No foul called. Loose ball out of bounds to the Broncos. Stanley returns for the Broncos. D'Angelo Menace and Anderson back for the Vikings. Innie Gunberg and Seacrest to the bench. Christmas with 24 points, leading all scorers. Gets it to Henderson. Back to Christmas. Working off the screen. Christmas out of the corner, outside to Stanley. Almost slips. Into the lane, he's got Young. Justin Young is fouled. He will head to the free throw line. Luke Lovelady hit with the foul. His third. 3 minutes, 52 seconds remaining here in Bellingham. Timeout on the floor. Broncos 72, Vikings 50 on Vikings TV.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Back in Bellingham for the final 3 minutes, 52 seconds. Sean Wally and our entire Vikings TV crew here with you. This game has been all Broncos from the jump. 72-50, a 22-point lead for the team from Cal Poly Pomona. Young hits the free throw. He now has 8 points on the night. The Vikings with 20 turnovers. It's not going to get you the W when you turn the ball over 20 times. Ball out of bounds off the Broncos. Riley Schaefer returns for the Broncos with 3:44 left and a 24-point Bronco lead. D'Angelo Menace to TJ. TJ going baseline. The fadeaway is good. 74-52 Broncos. Vikings shooting just 25% for the entire game. That number combined with the turnover number tells the story. Schaefer in the corner. Jalen Green on defense. Schaefer to Young. Young working on shoulder. The floater is good. What a move by Justin Young. 76-52. Jasinski. Cross court to Anderson. Menace for 3. Gets it to fall. 76-55 Broncos. Stanley to Dickerson to Young. Vikings wanted to travel, didn't get it. William Christmas. The alley-oop to Young, and he catches and throws it down. Goodness gracious. It's been that kind of night for the Broncos. 78-55. Jasinski to the rack. Off window and in. 78-57. Final 2:10 in Bellingham. Broncos happy to kill time. Inside 2 minutes now. Schaefer, the jumper from 15 is good. 80-57 Broncos. Jasinski for 3. Rims out. Shoulder can't tap it in. Christmas the rebound. Minute 30 left in Bellingham, Washington. Schaefer hands off to Stanley. Stanley attacking the rack. Nobody stops his penetration. Bucket is good. 82-57. So you take a look at the alley-oop to Young. Flying high. Throwing it down. Impressive alley-oop from the Broncos. What hasn't been impressive on the Broncos side of things here tonight? 82-57. Minute 18 left. Anderson with it for Western Washington. Shoulder in the corner. Inigunberg back to Anderson for 3. The lefty lets it fly. Karam's high off the rim. No go. TJ the rebound. TJ drives baseline, steps around the defender. I believe a blocking foul is called on the Broncos. Loesi hit with the foul. His 4th. Sending Jasinski to the line. 61 seconds remain. Trevor hits the first free throw. Second free throw missed. Rebounds to Eckhart. Final minute here in Bellingham. Stanley races across half court. Look at the behind-the-back dribble. What handles? He slows it down, using the clock. Eckhart in the lane. Schilder body bumps him. Schilder not allowing the easy bucket as you look at the handles by B.J. Stanley racing up the court, going behind the back. Now St. Martin's can't be thrilled he got away. 83-58. Eckhart, another free throw. It's good. Inigunberg in front of his own bench. Anderson. Jasinski on the far side of the floor. Another foul on the Broncos. Loesi, that is his fifth. No points, 5 fouls. And he will have to leave the game with those 5 fouls. Tavian Henderson returns for the final 31 seconds. Jasinski makes the first free throw. TJ's second is good. Henderson to Stanley. Stolen away by Anderson. Jasinski to the rack, lays it up and in, left hand off window. 84-62 Broncos. Full court press again by Western Washington. Dickerson is fouled with 17.7 remaining. Dickerson, the 6'4 junior out of Long Beach, California, hits the first. And knocks down the second. Logan lets it fly for 3, doesn't go, but there is Tuck. Rebound, put back, bumped, fouled. He'll head to the line for a potential 3-point play. Inigunberg now has 7 points, looking to get 8 on the night with 8 seconds left in the contest. Rattles the free throw home. Probably the final points for the Vikings. 86-65 the score. Broncos been in control all night. B.J. Stanley can just hang on to it. Final seconds tick away here inside Carver Gym. And the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos have a successful trip into Washington. They will leave in the morning with a record of 2-1. 2 wins in a row. They defeated Seattle Pacific on Saturday, and now they defeat the Western Washington Vikings 86-65. The Vikings begin the year 1-2, and now, somewhat ironically, will follow Cal Poly Pomona down to California for their first road games Friday and Saturday. Tough game from the jump for Western Washington. Shooting 30% for the game, not going to get it done. The Broncos shot 50%. And the other story of the game, turnovers. Vikings with 20 to just 12 for the Broncos. That's going to do it for us here tonight. All Broncos tonight, 86-65 over the Vikings. Vikings will regroup the next few days. They play next their first road games Friday and Saturday down in California. For everybody here at Vikings TV, I'm Sean Wally. Good night from Carver Gym.